Hi everyone, Monisha here. In this video, I will be completing exercise 2.2 in which from question 1 to question 5 I will be completing in this video. Please watch till the end because triangle is very important chapter. Usually it will come for 8 to 10 marks in your board exam. So watch till the end and concentrate. Let us start the session. Moving on to the first problem of exercise 2.2. Here two figures have been given, that is the first question and the second one. In the first one, we need to find out the value of EC, and in the second one, we need to find out the value of AD. Okay, so this question can be simplified by using Thales theorem. Okay, first question. By Thales theorem. Here in the first diagram, they have given values for certain elements, for certain sides. Okay, AD is given. AD is equal to 1.5 centimeter. DB is equal to, here DB is equal to 3 centimeter, and AE is equal to 1 centimeter. Here we need to find out the value of EC. Okay, so AD, DB and A is given. We need to find out the value of EC here. So by Thales theorem, the formula is AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Here the value of AD is 1.5 divided by the value of DB is 3 is equal to AE value is 1 divided by EC we need to find out. Okay. So next, by cross multiplication, 1.5 into EC is equal to 1 into 3. Since we need to find out the value of EC, I will be taking 1.5 this side. So since it is multiplication, when we shift it, it will become divided by 1.5. Since decimal point is there, in order to remove the decimal point, so after one digit a decimal point is there. In order to remove it, we need to substitute at 10. Okay, 10 in the numerator. Since the number is situated in the denominator, if we need to remove the decimal point, then the 10 means the 10 will be written in the numerator. Okay, so 1 into 3, in order to remove the decimal point, a 10 will come here. So divided by 15. Okay, since the number is in denominator, when we remove the decimal point, the 10 will come in the numerator. Here 3 ones are 3, 5s are 15. Here 5 ones are 5 2s are 10. So 2 into 1 is 2. Therefore, the value of EC is equal to 2 centimeter. Since the numbers are given in centimeter form, the answer also written in the centimeter form itself. Okay, EC is equal to 2 centimeter. So this is the answer for the first question, that is the first diagram. We need to find out the value for second one. Okay, so in the second diagram, the values are DB is equal to 7.2 centimeter, AE is equal to 1.8 centimeter, EC is equal to 5.4 centimeter. We need to find out the value of AD. Again by applying Thales theorem. By Thales theorem, we need to write the ratios of it. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Okay, the value of AD we need to find out. So write as it is. Divided by DB is 7.2 is equal to AE is 1.8 divided by EC is 5.4. So now in this question, all the elements have a decimal point. Since all the numbers have decimal points here, we need to cancel that decimal point. If we need to cancel the decimal point, we need to count how many digits are there after the point. So there is only one digit after the point. If there is only one digit, in order to remove it, we need to substitute a 10 because 10 have only one zero. If we need to remove a decimal point which has only one digit here, so we need to apply 10. Okay. So since the number is in the denominator, we need to write 10 in the numerator. Okay. AD into 10 divided by 72. So after decimal point only one digit is there, so that we are writing 10 because 10 has only one zero, is equal to, in order to remove decimal point from 1.8, we need to write 18 divided by 10. Since the number is in the numerator, we need to write 10 in the denominator. So here the number is in the denominator, so we need to write 10 in the numerator. Okay, so this is the form of converting the number from decimal point to a proper number. Okay, a whole number. So 10 get cancels. So remaining is here 18 1s are 18, 18 3s are 54. Okay, so remaining we got AD by 10, AD into 10 divided by 72 is equal to, here the remaining number is, here 1 is there, 1 divided by here a 3 is there. Okay, next what we do, we need to do cross multiplication here. So AD is equal to, so 72 goes to the numerator, so 72 divided by 10 comes to the denominator, so 10 into 3. Okay, so divide it by 3, 3 1s are, 3 2s are 6, 1 carry, so 3 4s are 12. So AD is equal to 24 divided by 10. So we know that in order to remove the decimal point, we have applied a 10 here. Okay, substitute a 10 here. 18 divided by 10. 18 divided by 10 is also equal to 1.8, right? So what is 2.4 divided by 10? So 2.4 divided by 10 is, 24 divided by 10 is 2.4. Okay, therefore the value of AD is 2.4 centimeter. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the second question. The second problem is, E and F are the points on the sides PQ and PR respectively of triangle PQR. For each of the following cases, state whether EF is parallel to QR. Here the first question, PE is equal to 3.9, EQ is equal to 3 cm, PF is equal to 3.6 cm and FR is equal to 2.4 cm. We need to draw a triangle. As you can see here, we need to draw a triangle like this, and we need to mention the values for the sides. Then we need to find whether this triangle is proportional to each other and to find out whether EF is parallel to QR. Okay, by using Thales theorem. So this is the diagram for the first question. So first question is P is equal to 3.9. So PE is equal to 3.9. EQ is equal to 3. EQ is equal to 3 cm. PF is equal to 3.6 and FR is equal to 2.4. So by Thales theorem, PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. So PE is 3.9 divided by EQ is 3 cm is equal to PF is 3.6 divided by FR is 2.4. Okay, so we need to substitute the values for all the sides which are given. So here I will divide it separately. First one is 3.9 divided by 3. Here 3 1s are 0.33s are 9. So this ratio is 1.3. Whereas second one 3.6 divided by 2.4. So both 3.6, 36 and 24 is divided by the table 12. So 12 3s are 12 4s, 12 2s are and 12 3s are. So since the decimal point is there, we can even remove it and calculate it. That is 36 divided by 10 into 10 by 24. Okay, so 10 get cancels. 12 2s are and 12 3s are. That is 3 by 2. So if we divide 3 by 2, we will get the value 1.5. Okay, so when we divide 3 by 2, so 2 1s are 2, 1. If you put a point, you have to put a 0 here. 2 5s are 10. Fine. So 1.5. Here, this ratio is not equal to each other. PE by EQ. So therefore, PE by EQ is not equal to PF by FR. So since the ratio corresponding sides are the ratios are not proportional, therefore this triangle PQR is not similar. So this is the way to find out whether the given statement is or the given numbers are similar or not. Okay, the given statement is similar or here in this case, in the first case, it is not similar. Hope you understood this. Moving on to the second sub question. The second sub question is P is equal to 4 centimeter, EQ is equal to 4.5, PF is equal to 8 and RF is equal to 9 centimeter. Again by Thales theorem we need to do that. So this one is second. Okay. By Thales theorem, PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. So EQ and QE both are same. Okay. So PE is 4 divided by EQ is 4.5 is equal to PF is 8 and FR is 9. Here we need to do a slight changes by taking out the decimal point. When I take decimal point from 4.5, it will become 10 by 45. Okay, so 10 in the numerator since the number is in the denominator. 45 is equal to 8 by 9. So 4 into 10 is 40 divided by 45 is equal to 8 by 9. Here 8 5s are 40. 5 8s are 40 and 5 9s are 45. Okay, so 5 8s are 40 and 5 9s are 45. So it will become 8 by 9 is equal to 8 by 9. Here the ratio of both the sides of the triangle become equal. So PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. So it is satisfying the Thales theorem, right? Therefore, so this is similar. So this is similar and EF is parallel to QR. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the third sub-question of the second problem. In the third sub-question, they have given PQ is equal to 1.8. Here, PQ is equal to 1.8. PR is equal to 2.56. PE is equal to 0.18 and PF is equal to 0.36. Okay. So here we need to take by converse of Thales theorem. Okay, so by converse of Thales theorem, so PE by PQ, PE by PQ is equal to PF by PR, PF by PR. Okay, so the value of PE is 0.18. So 0.18 divided by PQ is 1.28. So this is the value for PE by PQ. Okay, so when we take out the decimal point, we will get here after point 2 digits are there. So 18 by 100 into here also after the decimal point 2 digits are there. So in order to remove it, we need to substitute 100 here. Okay, 128. So 100 get cancels each other. So now I will divide both the number by 2. So 2 9s are 18. Here 2 6s are 12, 2 4s are 8. So the ratio PE by PQ will become 9 by 64. So I will take the second ratio. Second ratio is PF by PR. So the value of PF is 0.36 divided by PR is 2.56. Okay. So again we need to take out the decimal point. It will become 36 by 100 since after decimal point 2 digits are there. Here also after decimal point 2 digits are there. Therefore 100 by 256. Okay. So 100 get cancels each other. Here both the numbers will be divided by 2 or 4. Okay. So I will be dividing it by 4. So 4 9s are 36. 4 6s are 24. 1 carry. 4 4s are 16. So here the ratio is 9 by 64. So which is equal to each other. So therefore the ratio PE by PQ is equal to PF by PR. Okay. So therefore it is similar. It is similar and EF is parallel to QR. So I hope you understood this problem. Moving on to the third question of this session. In the given figure, if LM is parallel to CB, you can see here LM is parallel to CB and LN is parallel to CD. If this is the case, we need to prove that AM by AB is equal to AN by AD. Okay, so we need to prove that AM by AB is equal to AN by AD. Here, this line, AC line, cuts the whole triangle into two. Okay, here ABC is a triangle where LM is parallel to CB and ADC is a triangle where LN is parallel to CD. Okay, so we have to divide it into two triangles. First one, in triangle ABC, LM is parallel to CB. Okay, so that is this triangle. So ABC where LM is parallel to, so L is on the side of C, so ML is parallel to BC or LM is parallel to CB, whichever way you can write it. Okay, so by Thales theorem, what happens? By the converse of Thales theorem, since they have given half by full, that is AM is half by full. If it is Thales theorem, we need to take it as half by half. Okay, AM by MB by AN by NB is Thales theorem, whereas if you take small side to big side, then it is said to be converse of Thales theorem. Okay, so by converse of Thales, we can take it as AM by AB is equal to, so AM by AB, okay, AM by AB is equal to AL by AC. Okay, AM by AB is equal to AL by AC. So let this be equation number 1. So next we can take the next half of a triangle, that is in triangle ADC. In triangle ADC, here LN is parallel to CD. Okay, so in triangle ADC, LN is parallel to CD. Here also we need to take by the converse of Thales theorem. Okay, so by converse of Thales. So by converse of Thales, what happens? AN by AD. AN by AD is equal to AL by AC. So AN by AD is equal to AL by AC, half to full of side of a triangle. AN by AD, AL by AC. So let this be equation number 2. So next, by comparing equation 1 and 2. By comparing equation 1 and 2. So what happens? In both the triangles, this RHS AL by AC is equal to AL by AC. If RHS are equal to each other, then LHS has to be equal to each other, right? So AL by AC is equal to AL by AC. If this is the case, then AM by AB will become equal to AN by AD. So by comparing equation 1 and 2, what happens? AM by AB is equal to AN by AD. So they have asked us to prove this. So you write it here, hence proved. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the fourth problem of this session. Here in the given figure, DE is here. So this DE line is parallel to AC and DF is parallel to AE. So two triangles are merged with each other. We need to separate it and we have to take the ratios according to Thales theorem and we have to solve it as per the previous problem. So the first one, I will be separating it to one triangle, that is in triangle ABE. So in triangle ABE, so in triangle ABE, so DF is parallel to AE. Okay, in triangle ABE, DF is parallel to AE. So I will be separating that triangle now. Okay, in triangle A, B and E, DF is parallel to AE. In triangle ABE, DF is parallel to A. So by Thales theorem, here we have to take not converse of Thales theorem, because by the answer we can see here BF by FE, only half of the triangle ratio has been taken. So BF by FE. So if that is the case, we need to take the Thales theorem itself. Okay. So by Thales theorem, BF by FE is equal to BD by AD. Okay. So BF by FE is equal to BD by AD or DA. You can take DA or AD. So BF by FE is equal to BD by DA or AD. So this can be equation number 1. So next we need to separate the another triangle here. So that is in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to AC. So in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to AC. Okay. So we need to write another triangle. So in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to AC. Okay. So here again by Thales theorem. By Thales theorem, BD by DA or AD, anything we can take, BD by AD is equal to BE by EC. So let this be equation number 2. So now we need to compare equation 1 and 2. By comparing equation 1 and 2, so what happens? Here in equation 1, BD by AD is also equal to BD by AD here. Okay. So if this is equal, then BF by FE, so this is BF by FE. Okay. So BF by FE is equal to BE by EC. So if BD by AD and BD by AD are equal, then BF by FE is equal to BE by EC. So therefore, BF by FE is equal to BE by EC. So hence proved. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the last problem of this session. Here in the given triangle, 3 triangles are there. One is PQO triangle. Okay, so PQO triangle where this DE is parallel to OQ, and another triangle is POR triangle where DF is parallel to OR. So we need to prove that this EF line is parallel to QR. So that is the thing we need to prove. If we need to prove this EF is parallel to QR, we need to get PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. If we get the solution like that, then EF will become automatically parallel to QR. Okay. So we need to simplify the problem one by one. In the first case, we need to take in triangle POQ. Okay, in triangle POQ, DE is parallel to OQ. Okay, in the same way, we need to write a triangle. So POQ triangle where this DE is parallel to OQ. Okay, so by Thales theorem, PE by EQ is equal to PD by DO. So this is equation 1. So let this be equation 1. Next we need to take the second case, second triangle. So another one is POR triangle where DF is parallel to QR. Okay, DF is parallel to OR. So this is in triangle POR. So in triangle POR, DF is parallel to OR. Okay, again by Thales theorem. So again by Thales theorem, what happens? PD by DO is equal to PF by FR. PF by FR. Let this be equation number 2. Next we need to compare both the equation. Okay. So compare equation 1 and 2. So by comparing equation 1 and 2, what happens? So this PD by DO is equal to PD by DO. Right? So if PD by DO is equal to PD by DO, then P by EQ is equal to PF by FR. So by comparing equation 1 and 2, we get PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. So let us write the main triangle here. That is PQR. Whereas, so this EF line is drawn in midpoint to that. Okay. So here PE by EQ. So PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR. If this is the case, then it proves Thales theorem. Okay. So by this, EF is parallel to QR. So you write down by converse of Thales theorem. By converse of Thales theorem. Hence proved. Okay. So if PE by EQ is equal to PF by FR, then automatically EF will become parallel to QR. I hope you understood this. So this is the last question of this session. If you have any doubts, please comment me on the comment section below. Thanks for watching.